how to buy a house without a real estate agent. It is time to buy a house. The wait is over and the economy is perfect for buyers. But there is a lot you need to know. Paying an agent may be out of the question for you, but that doesn't mean you don't get the house of your dreams. You can buy a house, you don't need an agent, and you can win the deal. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, all you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you an easy step-by-step process that anyone can use to buy a house without an agent. I'm going to share with you 3 easy ways to save thousands and get a great deal on a house. And I'm going to share with you the scariest trap that you need to avoid so you don't lose thousands of dollars. There are so many reasons why you should buy a house. Did you know that buying a house gets you towards wealth? Yes. Owning real estate is the #1 way to wealth. That was true 100 years ago and is still true to this day. In fact, most people, the majority of their personal wealth is derived from their real estate holdings. Real estate offers 3 important things to your personal wealth. You have appreciation, homes go up in value over time. You have the equity in the home that builds your net worth. And real estate, if purchased properly, can create cash flow or rental income for you. Real estate is the fastest and easiest way to grow your wealth. And most of you already know that renting a home is the waste of money. Basically, if you are renting, you are paying for someone else to own that home and you are paying their mortgage. Renting a home does not build your wealth or create cash flow for you. We all need somewhere to stay, and renting is not a way to grow wealth. So owning a home can be an amazing way to start growing your wealth, build your personal wealth, and take you to the next level when getting other things. I'll talk about that in just a second. And getting your first house could be potentially your first rental property. We'll talk about that in a second too. How real estate brokers work. Let me quickly explain to you how real estate brokers work and how the whole housing market is affected. Real estate brokers are licensed professionals that can broker real estate on your behalf, meaning they can legally charge you to help you buy a home or sell your home. They can act as your agent, brokering a deal. So if you're selling a home, they will broker the deal and find you buyers. If you are a buyer looking for a home, they will broker the deal and find people that are looking to sell their home and make sure that they negotiate on your behalf, that they help you write the contract, and that they help you get the home or save as much money as possible or make as much money as possible, depending on which side of the equation you're on. If you're a seller, a broker is going to work to make sure you get the most money for your home. You want to make as much money as possible, so your real estate broker is going to work on your behalf to make sure that your home sells for as much as possible. If you are a buyer and you are represented by a real estate brokerage, they are going to ensure that you get the home, meaning that you win the contract and that you can save as much money as possible. That should be their goal. So buyers are looking to save as much money as possible and sellers are looking to make as much money as possible. And both sides are usually represented by a mortgage brokerage that represents their interests. So now that you get that part, let's get into how you do this without the real estate brokers. As you know, real estate agents work for real estate brokerages, meaning if you're a licensed real estate agent, you will sign up with a brokerage like RE/MAX, Century 21, EXP, or my real estate brokerage, New Realty. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of Florida, but let's not get into that just yet. In other words, as a real estate broker, you hire real estate agents to work for you. All of the commissions come to you as the real estate broker, and then you split those commissions with your agents. Real estate agents work for brokers, but they are independent contractors, meaning they are not employees. Each real estate agent is an independent contractor looking for buyers or sellers on their own, but they are employed by a broker who will make sure that they are doing everything legally, ethically, and they are responsible for the real estate agents. Real estate agents will split their commissions with the broker, but they will also pay desk fees or annual fees to that broker so that they can hold their license. The entire real estate brokerage game is very simple, but most people are not in the business long enough to ever learn it. You now know more than 90% of the population with what I just explained to you there. So let's keep going. Buying a house without a real estate agent is really easy. The first step is get pre-approved for a mortgage. Real estate agents, again, work for real estate brokers, so most of their loyalty or their fiduciary duties are to their brokerage, meaning they want to represent the interests of the broker, but they work as an agent for you. If you are buying a home without a real estate broker, meaning without representation, then you will represent yourself. So if you're a buyer and you want to buy homes, even homes that are represented by brokerages, you absolutely can. You can reach out to all of the different brokerages or see all of the homes that are being listed by brokers just by searching through websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, and other sites that are tied to the local MLS, which stands for Multiple Listing Services. All of the sellers that wanted to sell their homes will get a real estate agent, and those real estate agents will list their homes in the MLS, and then the MLS data will go out to the public. This is where you see how much the house costs, how many bedrooms it has, what the features are, and different things about the property. This is very important if you are looking to buy a home, because you now realize you don't need to have a real estate agent in order to access the MLS and see properties that are for sale by sellers represented by brokers. However, know that when you're reaching out to the broker, they represent the interests of the seller and you represent yourself if you don't have an agent. So if you are going to be approaching real estate brokers that represent sellers, you need to present yourself as best as possible. Getting a pre-approved for a mortgage will put you in line with what real estate agents do with their buyers. Real estate agents that represent buyers will always tell their buyers to get pre-approved for a mortgage so that when they make offers on homes, they can show that this borrower is already approved for a mortgage loan, and this will make the offer stronger. Now, if you're buying the home for cash, meaning you are paying 100% cash, then obviously you don't need to be approved by a mortgage brokerage. However, most people do not pay cash for homes. In fact, as a licensed real estate broker, I absolutely do not recommend it. The mortgage environment is a better way to get more real estate without spending all of your cash. So, getting pre-approved by a mortgage company will put you in line with all of the other buyers that are represented by real estate agents. So, contact your local real estate mortgage brokerage, or you can go to your local bank, or you can even go to a big bank like Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank, or whatever bank that you want to go to. They all offer mortgages and they can get you pre-approved so that when you make offers on homes, your offer gets considered. For many people, getting pre-approved for a mortgage is going to be a big task, but you can do something very simple by going to Smart Credit. I have put a link below. Smart Credit is an amazing app that lets you check your personal credit score. It gives you simulations where you can literally see if I pay off this thing, if it increases my credit score, and even how much it would increase your credit score by. You can do all different types of simulations to get your credit score to where you need to be so that you can easily get pre-approved for a mortgage. I absolutely love Smart Credit, and you can use my link below to get a 7-day trial for only $1. Smart Credit is amazing. It even offers credit monitoring, so you can freeze your credit or get fraud alerts if someone is doing something to your credit. Smart Credit is the perfect place to start if you are even thinking about buying a home, because you can check out where you stand before you ever go apply for a mortgage, and in many cases, you can fix or dispute things on your credit report on your own. Use my link below to get started for just $1. Prepare to be your own agent. So now that you've decided to be your own agent, you've gotten pre-approved, you've gone to Smart Credit and checked your credit, or whatever app you want to go to check your credit, now it's time to prepare to be your own agent. Like I said before, you will be representing yourself. The sellers most likely will be represented by a real estate agent. So you have to act as your own agent, not as just the buyer. You want to make sure that you find where you're going to be closing. What title company or attorney will you be using? Research the market. Where are homes appreciating at a very high value? You don't want to just buy any property or buy a property that's near a wasteland or something terrible that's going to be in the area, or a high crime area or a traffic area. You want to research the market yourself the same way that a real estate agent would do for you, so that you are buying a home in a good area that's going to go up in value and make you money over time. Remember, buying a house is an asset, and you want to treat the process as such. You're not just looking for what color walls they have or what appliances are in the house. You want to start thinking like a real estate agent and an investor and buy a home that's going to give you equity, cash flow, appreciation, and be an asset for you, not just a liability. Scheduling showings. Once you've decided that you want to buy a house in a certain area, it's time to schedule your showings. Meaning, you want to see not only the exterior of the home, you need to see inside of the home. So, when you are not represented by a real estate agent, so a lot of times you will be dealing with a real estate agent that represents the seller. You can literally call to those agents and schedule showings for yourself. Let them know that you are self-represented, show them that you are able to buy the home with your mortgage pre-approval, or show them that you have a great credit score, you're employed, etc., and you can buy a home, and they will schedule a showing for you. You don't necessarily want the listing agent to be in the home when you're there, but in many cases they will be. Do your best not to talk to the listing agent because they represent the seller. They, of course, are trying to get you to pay the most money for the home, so they will be saying things to bring up its value, and you want to be representing yourself and trying to pay the smallest amount that you can for the home. So, if possible, when you schedule your showings, ask if you can see the home without them or if they can stay outside. You don't want them following you around the house, talking to you as you're trying to assess if this is a home you want. Many buyers that are not represented by an agent fall into the trap where they think that the listing agent, the agent that's representing the seller, represents them, and that is a no-no. You may end up saying something to that listing agent that they will tell to the seller and use against you. So do your best not to talk to them. Just go see the home and think of ways that you can save money on that home, finding different things that you like and maybe a few things that you don't to justify why they should take a little bit off the price. Make offers. The last step to buying a home without a real estate agent is to start making offers. In many cases, you do not have to put your offers in writing. There are many listing agents that represent the seller, that will take a verbal offer from you and your letter that you've been pre-approved. So you can literally call the agent and tell them what your offer is, and they will say, send it over in writing. What that will mean is you have to write a contract. You have to write a contract to buy the home, a purchase contract where you offer what you'll be paying for the home. Where it says purchase price, that is your offer. Basically, when you are making offers on home, you are sending contracts, okay? Most people don't realize that. They think that making an offer means sending over something that says offer, but literally you will send over a full contract to buy the home and you sign it, and you're trying to get the seller to sign it, and then you will have an executed contract for you to buy the home. Remember, you may have to make multiple offers on multiple homes before you win the deal. Don't get discouraged if your first offer by the seller is not accepted. In many cases, you can make another offer, or they can counter your offer and increase the price or change some of the terms that you've outlined. You want to always ask for the cheapest price that you think you can get the home for. You want to ask for them to throw in things like paying for your closing costs or leaving in certain items that you may have saw in the home that you want. Make sure that they leave all of the appliances, especially the washer, the dryer, because in many cases, they will take those items with you if you don't spell it out in the contract. You definitely can write your own contract and start sending offers. You just have to be patient, and you have to take the time to fill out the entire contract, then sign it and email it over to the listing agent or to the seller directly, and then always follow up with a phone call asking to make sure that they received your offer and how long before they will get back to you. It's really just that simple, and that's really mostly what agents that represent buyers do. They will help you make offers, schedule the showing, and help you win that deal. Smart Credit is an amazing way to see your credit score before you ever go and start looking for houses. Again, make sure you use the link below and get a trial of 7 days for just $1. You can check your credit scores, you can do simulations, you can send in disputes, you can send in goodwill letters. You can even see that they have packages that include identity protection insurance in case your identity is ever stolen. You can even freeze your credit report until you can find out what's going on if you've ever had that situation happen to you where someone has stolen your identity or opened credit that you did not authorize. Smart Credit is an amazing app that I absolutely love, and it is helping buyers win the deal day after day. Use the link below and get it today. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.